Yes, your boy Crypto Blood, and welcome to another episode of My Two Satoshis. It's November 20th, 2019. Shout out to my man out there in Australia, Matt Alderton. He wanted to hear 360 Boys Like You. Thanks for the song request, man. Pretty hot joint right here. Hope you guys doing well today, and welcome to another episode. Today we're going to be looking at something officially said by the PayPal CEO regarding their exit from the Libra Foundation, that is Facebook's Libra coin. I don't know if you knew, you probably did if you're watching this, but like 5 or 6 major companies left the Libra Association maybe about a month and a half ago, one after another. Visa, MasterCard, PayPal, eBay, it was a whole bunch. But PayPal CEO finally comes out and reveals why. So we're going to take a look at that, see what he has to say about that. I'm curious about that. And then also Monero. Wow, an embarrassing situation over there. Their website was hacked. Some of the binary files were switched up, and one individual lost $7,000 worth of Monero. We'll take a look at the details about this. A privacy coin gets their website hacked. Man. And then lastly, this one was a good question posed by Decrypt Media, because I've had this conversation over some of my live streams about whether or not governments can destroy Bitcoin, and they're saying, could they destroy it by suppressing the price? I'm just going to tell you right now, my personal opinion is no, cannot destroy it by suppressing the price. You might get rid of a whole bunch of speculators, but the technology would still work. But I want to hear what Decrypt Media, I want you guys to hear what Decrypt Media says about this tactic, because it surely will be manipulated by price. I mean, look at the governments now. They're already setting up all the infrastructure to manipulate the price of Bitcoin. From Bitcoin futures that were physically backed, now they're allowing more unphysical backed Bitcoin futures, cash settle futures, I should say. CME wants to double the amount that an individual trader can have, from 1,000 contracts to 2,000 contracts. ETFs, all this type of stuff is coming, which is basically the same thing that we saw in the precious metals market. But the difference is, it doesn't stop the decentralization of the technology. Maybe it will manipulate the price, but not necessarily the technology, and you not being able to be frozen. Funds frozen, like we saw with the ex-PayPal or one of those ex-CEOs. Bank of America accounts closed down. I hear that Tron, Justin's son, is having issues with Bank of America as well. So these are the types of things that they can't do. They can't stop you from sending your coins to any other address. And that's the beautiful thing about cryptos. So we'll take a look at those 3 articles today. I do want to tell you, it is still an opportunity to save 25% on any of the 3 packages I have offered for BitMEX algorithm. It's an automated trading bot that I've developed on TradingView, up 110% since November of 2018. All the trades are transparent. I post monthly reports, and you can also see the charts from TradingView at the bottom of that page. Just go to cryptoblood.io for more details. And of course, shout out to Moon Lambo. If you guys ever need crypto related apparel, you need to get over to shopmoonlambo.com and cop it from there. You can save 10% if you use the word CryptoBlood10 at checkout. So let's go ahead and take a look at this heat map today. God, we're trying to bounce back, but it is not happening yet. Bitcoin is down 0.17% to $8,100 exactly. Bitcoin's dominance is at 66.18%. We got Ethereum unchanged or unched at $175.18. Binance is really hit hard today, down 7%. What is going on over there? Down 7% to $17.24. We got EOS down just a little bit here today, I think 0.4%, 0.5% to $3.08. Litecoin is up slightly to $55.11, and XRP is down 0.36%. And as you can see, we're kind of building a base here. It looks like we're getting some consolidation, lower waves, higher lows as well, as you can see here. So it may be at the point where we're ready to explode back up and possibly test this 8,300, but we'll have to see what happens. But at the time of this recording, we are still short from the algo. As you can see, still short. Both positions made good gains on these two positions here. We're still waiting to see what will happen here and when the trend will change. So I'll just keep you guys posted on this for tomorrow's video. But the first article I want to cover before we get to the main topic, which is this whole Monero situation. Looks like Decrypt Media is asking the question here, and it's a good question. And I've had this question asked before, and I had an answer for it, at least my opinion about it. Could governments destroy Bitcoin by suppressing its price? Economist and trader Alex Kruger claims that governments could suppress Bitcoin by keeping its price under 1,000, and experts weigh in. So I don't know where he gets this arbitrary $1,000 price. I mean, where is he getting this? Anyway, economist and trader Alex Kruger tweeted Monday that governments wanted to prevent the spread of Bitcoin should push its price under 1,000 for a long time. This, claimed Kruger, would cause most people to lose interest permanently. No need to bother with a 51% attack. One way the government could accomplish this, said Kruger, would be to short futures so that the price of Bitcoin futures would be lower than on spot exchanges. Then arbitrators would long futures, borrow spots, and then short spots, further depressing the price of Bitcoin on spot exchanges. When the arbitrators' contracts expired, they'd roll them over and earn roll yields minus borrowing costs. How much would it cost? Kruger doesn't know. It doesn't really matter either. We should all understand that the governments have unlimited money. So it really doesn't matter how much it costs, right? He warns, though, the main impediment would likely be legal, not budgetary. However, if the U.S. government wanted to, they could crush it and legally could, but the masses wouldn't likely come back for decades. Price in the doldrums, he said. But no need to panic, Kruger said. He doesn't think the U.S. government has any interest in stopping Bitcoin. It's more interested in regulating and taxing than destroying or banning it. And that's a good point to bring up, because I've, even posed this question, once we saw Libra's white paper come out and then the government just attack it. Hearings left and right. Why didn't they do that to Bitcoin? Well, one thing, of course, they didn't have one person to attack, but they could have outright gone after Bitcoin and said it was illegal, done all type of legislation, drawn up all types of legislation to really kill it. So they could have attacked it, but they decided not to. I asked that question, like, why did they attack Libra and not Bitcoin? Is Libra the threat and not Bitcoin? Possibly that they don't see Bitcoin as a threat right now. Foolish of them, but they simply don't see Bitcoin as a threat right now. It's interesting to see him talk about that. So the author of the Bitcoin Standard spoke on this subject, and he took a different approach than Kruger, who argued that legislation would kill Bitcoin. He said, I think it's actually the other way around. Bitcoin's use case is moving money around the world without having to report to your government. The more governments create restrictions, the more problems they create, he said, describing how Bitcoin is in fact a response to restrictive monetary policies. He goes on to say, if your bank tells you you can't buy Bitcoin with your bank account, that's really just an advertisement for Bitcoin. So instead, Amos suggested that governments create a cryptocurrency to rival Bitcoin, and I think that's exactly what's going to happen. That is exactly what is happening right now in China. That is what's going to happen in Canada. They've been working on it for a couple of years now. And that's going to be ultimately what's going to happen here in the United States. You don't have to worry about that. So I think I have to agree with Amos about attempting to ban it will only make people want it more. And because it is decentralized, they can't really stop people from getting it. They can put heavy taxation on it. They can XYZ, but they really can't stop you from getting it. And it'll be a little bit harder for them to track and confiscate if people use the proper tools to, mix their coins and all that. So we'll have to see what happens with that. But the next article is out of CoinGate and is about the PayPal CEO answering that one big question that many of us in the crypto world have been wondering: why PayPal left the Libra association. So a month or so after withdrawing from Facebook's Libra project, the CEO of PayPal spoke to Fortune's editors and writers, confirming he does own only one cryptocurrency, and that's Bitcoin. In a wide conversation, Dan also revealed the reason behind the Libra withdrawal and possibility of a blockchain project by PayPal themselves. He said in a quote here, a focus on our own roadmap. On a question of why PayPal became the first of 28 members of the Libra Association, he said that their desire was to work with the project, but took a route towards concentrating on their own roadmap outside of Libra. He said, we think if we focus on our own roadmap, we'd be able to advance financial inclusion faster than if we put all these resources against Libra. However, he confirmed the two companies are in contact and may work together in the future. He said it wasn't an acrimonious divorce or anything like that. It's just that they will start going down a road that we're very interested in looking at, and maybe later there are ways we can work together. PayPal blockchain may be on the way. He further confirmed reports of PayPal working on their own cryptocurrency / blockchain project, but he says the project will not be a direct competition with Libra. Yeah, you can expect that. I mean, we all should expect it, but really, what does that even mean? What is these companies coming out with their own cryptocurrencies or crypto blockchain payment systems? What does that really mean for anyone? I don't think it means anything. I think it's just a buzzword. There's nothing wrong with the current system that they use and that the masses use. You take a Venmo, you take a Cash App, any of those, those are instant. They work perfectly fine. The majority of the people don't care. They love those products. And so why go blockchain when it's probably going to be some type of centralized proprietary blockchain anyway? It won't be public. So I think all of these companies doing this whole blockchain is just a buzzword. It's just a way to get a little bit of PR and ride the wave off of this new technology. But finally, I want to definitely get to this one. This is crazy. Out of CCN, Monero's embarrassing web hack, what you need to know. So let's go through this really quickly. GetMonero.org, the official website of the privacy-focused Monero cryptocurrency, is down Wednesday morning, 2 days after the user on GitHub reported a mismatched hash in command line interface binaries available for download from Monero's website. A few hours later, users had determined that the anomaly was no error but malicious code planted to steal cryptocurrencies. By Tuesday, Reddit users reported $7,000 worth XMR was missing from their wallet after downloading the malicious code. The one individual who lost $7,000 said, "I can confirm that the malicious binary is stealing coins. Roughly 9 hours after I ran the binary, a single transaction drained my wallet of $7,000. I downloaded the build yesterday around 6 p.m. Pacific time." Monero mans warned of the possibility that the infected code could carry out other malicious actions affecting other files on a user's machine. They also published a copy of the malware for anyone to download and study. Blaze Security blog said Monero is not the first nor will likely be the last cryptocurrency, in this case its website and binaries, to become compromised. Following the steps in this blog post to protect yourself, always watch your online accounts closely. So Blaze takes you through a way to essentially, whenever you have like any type of repository or file online, you can always check the integrity of those files by verifying them against the author's actual GPG or PGP keys. And so they have a guide. There's a link in this article for us. If you guys want to know how to do that, definitely you should at least know how to do that. So Monero accused of failing to warn users about this, though. An author at Reclaim the Net reported Tuesday that the Monero core team has been accused of failing to warn users about the malicious code available for download on its website, noting that users on Reddit, GitHub, and Twitter had issued warnings over the previous 24 hours. Interesting. So shame on Monero for keeping quiet on that. That's not good at all. So definitely anyone who downloaded that wallet between Monday the 18th at 2:30 a.m. UTC and 4:30 p.m. UTC should check the hashes of those binaries against the publisher's keys just to make sure they weren't compromised. Is this something that we could ever really eliminate fully? I'm not too sure. Though quantum computing should actually eliminate this. If done correctly, leveraging non-locality, that quality or characteristic in quantum theory, you technically could have a secure connection that will never be able to be intercepted or hacked. So I'm excited about quantum computing. I've told you guys that many times, but I am still concerned about quantum computing being leveraged and used to hack wallets, blockchain wallets. That still is an issue, and I don't hear many people talking about it right now, but it is an issue. I know Andreas Antonopoulos talked about it, but he kind of deflected. And said, hey, if that's the case, quantum computers hacking the encryption of Bitcoin in SHA-256, that is the least of our issues. It's very true. Most of our internet infrastructure and security runs on, the SHA-256 and other algorithms. But I don't know, man. You guys let me know your thoughts. Are you worried about quantum computing? It is an issue. It definitely is an issue. Don't let anyone tell you differently. It's pretty much it, though, for today, ladies and gents. I want to give a shout out again to my man Matt out there on YouTube for the song request 360. Boys like you. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. And you definitely need to make sure you click that bell to be notified about unbiased crypto news reported by yours truly, Crypto Blood. I'm out of here, people. Holla! Yeah!